From a player who doesn't know how to drink water to João Cancelo's bizarre face, get ready because today's all about quality plays. These are the funniest moments in soccer. There are some plays that I'm sure will leave you as impressed as this guy here. And let's kick things off with style, showing that even the best of the best can make blunders. Lewa missed the goal with no goalie. Look where he managed to hit the ball. What a goof, right? But enough about missed goals, let's talk about scoring. Check out what Bale pulled off while playing for Tottenham. Okay, let's agree it wasn't really his fault. Another player targeted his head and nailed it. Tell me which is longer, Neymar's fall or this celebration.
Goal! That was magic! This is history in the making. Sweet dreams, nighty-night. Willingham tucks it in and puts the championship to bed. No one ever saw this.
Who hasn't heard the classic "go back to the goalie" when under pressure from the opposing team? Well, if Ter Stegen is on your team, you might want to think twice before saying that. And speaking of goalkeepers, can someone explain how this guy scored an own goal? The Inter Milan fullback literally stripped his opponent.
That way, bro.
But the truly seductive one is Haaland. Be careful not to fall in love with the guy. Speaking of falling in love, here's a tip. Find someone who looks at you the way Mbappe looks at Neymar, at least before the Frenchman betrayed Neymar with Dembélé. Now, if the person you are looking at gives you a look like Vini Jr. gave to Benzema after that missed penalty, something's definitely wrong. But it doesn't compare to the greatness of Harry Maguire. Just look at the genius moves from the United defender. And speaking of defenders, look at what Sergio Ramos tried to do. And of course, Messi didn't miss the opportunity to tease his former rival.
Incredible at Anfield.
Now Pep Guardiola has crossed the line. And it's not just unknown players making blunders. Take Alaba, for example, a Real Madrid player, former Bayern Munich player, and captain of the Austrian national team. Even with all that, look at the blunder this young man pulled off. The funny part is that he even tries to mentally kick the ball, but by then, it was too late. Can someone explain what Harry Kane lost there on the ground? Now, imagine this scenario. Chelsea versus Tottenham, a classic in English football. Naturally, we expect some beautiful goals in the match, right? So, check out the fantastic goal that Trippier scored. He completely fooled the goalkeeper, not with power, but with a lot of finesse. Goalkeeper Lloris had no chance with that ball. Too bad it was an own goal. Not even William, who ran like crazy after the ball, could have done better. But how about a red card for getting hit by the ball? And once again, it was a Mourinho player. The Portuguese isn't having much luck, huh? Speaking of fouls, check out Rudiger's lack of finesse. He's just not as skillful as Michael, the Brazilian Cristiano Ronaldo. And speaking of CR7, the guy is a real character. He acts all tough on the field, but take a look at the antics this star pulls with his friends.
Hello, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. I support Game of Hope.
My name is Michael Essien.
The best part is when they get Coentrão's name wrong, the Portuguese player who played with the star at Real Madrid.
Concentrão, que é esse jogador? Concentrão. Coentrão. Muy bien.
And true fans of Ronaldo have to imitate the star even while joking around, right? But the master of jokes right now is probably Vini Jr. The kid drops some gems from time to time that you just can't help but laugh at. And the classic show from the Real Madrid star.
Vamos pular a parte que eu peço aquele vinho do bom. A taça não merece, tira seu batom.
Not even his teammates can hold back laughter around the star.
Sempre bom aqui tá passando por tudo que a gente... Caraca, mulher, para de rir, cara. Tava bem igual na TV mesmo.
Before we continue, let me sneak in here to remind you to drop that like on this video. If there's one guy who definitely influences both Vinicius Jr., be it in football or in joking around, it's Ronaldinho Gaucho. Who remembers this?
Muito durante suas férias aquela foto da piscina. Como é que você encara a exposição?
Ronaldinho has also taught how to ask the girl of your dreams out on a date.
Mulheres, né? Dia Internacional da Mulher, meia-noite.
É verdade, né? Para todas as mulheres.
Tá namorando?
Hã? Quer namorar comigo?
A ball lifted into the area after a corner. And guess what? A header goal. Too bad it was the goalkeeper. Ball inside the box, the defender sets it up, and the goalkeeper just has to push it into the net. What a striking attacking duo for the opposing team. Some fans think they must have arranged something with the other team. Even the opposing striker applauded the fantastic goal. Not even he could have done it better. And women's football doesn't escape the banter. Check out the exotic celebration from this player. Who hasn't participated in such a playful prank with a friend just for fun? You can really feel the pain of this guy. This player scored a goal and took the moment to propose to his girlfriend. Everything seemed perfect, right? What they didn't expect was the relentless work of this security guard. What a professional this guy is. But if there's a more romantic moment than that, it's undoubtedly this hug in the middle of the game. When the field is completely flooded, people usually say the game is going to be pretty ugly, right? Not at all. Look at the wonderful scene that happened in this game. Speaking of falls, James Rodriguez just tried to help his teammate get up. What an ungrateful guy.
Question now. Stop his shine.
Now, get ready, because we're going to talk about the most beautiful own goal in this video. Just look at this fantastic chip shot. The goalkeeper even jumps just to make the goal even more beautiful and cruelly exquisite. I'm sure most of you watching this video have never scored such a beautiful goal. Can you score a header goal? Of course you can. There's Van Persie's in the World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo's for Juventus. And there's this goalkeeper's too. He adjusted his body and sent it backward with a header without even leaving the ground. A true masterpiece. Judging by his fall, I don't think the header was the most pleasant, but this is a goal that unfortunately will never leave your mind. But there's nothing more playful than a kid, right? Look at what this little guy did. And how about this boy here who teased none other than the legend Steven Gerrard? These kids' banter knows no bounds, right? Just like my level of confusion seeing this play here. Can someone explain what happened? Worse than that, only the incredible display of skill from this star. Stepped on the ball, literally. But now, talking about subtlety, look at the guy's strategy to hear all the information from the opposing team. Now, check out the funniest and quickest expulsion in history. This goalkeeper managed the feat of being expelled in just 13 seconds. He was so aware of the mistake he made that he didn't even wait for the referee to show the card before taking off his gloves and leaving the field.
Sonrasında böyle top aldı. Kırmızı kartı göreceğinin farkında. Serkan Kırıntılı.
Now, this guy was a genius. He literally pretended to faint to avoid being expelled in the match against Atlético Nacional. After making a dangerous foul in the game, the goalkeeper threw himself to the ground, closed his eyes, and pretended to be unconscious. The referee even tried to see if there was any sign of life and patiently waited for the player to recover. After a few minutes, there was no choice. Red card and the end of the game for the offender. Now, tell me, who is that friend of yours who has that synchrony on the field with you? Whoever built this stadium surely expected the players to be dwarfs. Who came up with the idea of doing this so low? Speaking of low blows, this is the best way to stop a forward. Now, what would you do if you came face-to-face with a super famous coach like Arsene Wenger? Take a photo, right? Well, this guy at least tried. You guys don't know how lucky it is to have a front camera. And speaking of cameras, I don't know what this guy did, but he didn't want to be seen by the game cameras. But even this mysterious figure doesn't give as much fear as this referee. And speaking of referees, tell me, is this simulation or a card-worthy foul? And this super distracted goalkeeper here, he chose the worst moment to adjust his sock. Not even the throw-in taker could give the guy a shout. Click on the video that's showing on your screen to see Cristiano Ronaldo's biggest moments of fury.